Well, good morning, everybody. So, I'm John Rodito. I'm president of Mortgage Financial Group. And I've been here before. You guys have seen me before. And I'm not here to talk to you about regular programs. I'm here to talk about 2 or 3K program today. Who knows about the 2 or 3K program and what it is? Anybody ever done one? Oh, I see one hand. Yeah, correct. A rehab loan. Has anybody done one? Yes. How was your experience with it?
It was so long ago that
Okay.
it wouldn't even apply now.
Good. Every time I ask that question here, it was a nightmare. It depends who's doing it, okay? So the 2 or 3K program in my mind right now in the market that we have is very important. And the reason for it is you've got buyers with very minimal inventory that keep looking at houses and go, well, it's just not right. No, this is just not right. How many times can you find them in the right area, but you can't find them in the right house, right? You don't need to find them the right house anymore. We'll just make them the right house. Okay, we can create any house to be the right house for them if you can find them in the right area. Put them in the school district that they want. It doesn't make a difference. So this is what the 2 or 3K loan truly is about. And that's what I want to try to talk to you about a little bit so you understand what's going on with it. And if I can get my computer here to work. There we go. All right, you will close more transactions for the simple reason that you have to show less houses so you can get more people to keep going. Okay? You guys seen you watched net TV, right? You've seen Fixer Upper, you've seen Property Brothers, Love It or Listed. Come on, you all seen this stuff, right? I'm not the only one. All right? I'm not the only one that knows this stuff, right? Okay. All right. So what can you do with these things? We're going to talk real quick about what a 2 or 3K loan is. I'm going to be honest, usually this presentation is about 45 minutes. I'm going to condense it down to about 15. I will talk as slow as I can, and I'm going to hit hot buttons as I can, okay? So, what can you do with it? This is the same house. That is the same house. Okay? We can do almost anything with a 2 or 3K loan. All right? We set it up. We have the ability to take any as-is home and make it a customized home to meet anything. We can fix anything, depending on what they want to do to the home. If it is a cosmetic fix, kitchen, bathrooms, carpeting, flooring, that kind of stuff, then we can do what's called a streamlined K, or a limited K. I call it a streamlined. I've been in the industry too long. It's not called a limited. If they want to do structural improvement, they want to move a wall, or the repairs are going to cost more than $35,000, then we do the full-blown K. Now, you need to know the difference between the two. The limited K is very simple. There's no FHA fee inspectors. There's usually only one draw, because usually everything can take care of in one shot. With a full-blown K, the fees are going to be a little more expensive because we have to have an FHA fee inspector involved who has to look over the contract, look over the bids, also inspect the house to make sure that it meets all the requirements of FHA. So if you can keep it in the limited stage, under $35,000, it's very beneficial. Okay? Most of the time what we're going to be talking about is cosmetic fixes anyway. Most of the time you're not talking about moving walls or putting a second story on a home. Most of the time. Okay? But we can't do that. So this is what the K loan is all about and what we can fix on it. Again, we talked about $35,000 minimum, no consultant. Kitchens, kind of lousy pictures here, but you can see what a bathroom, kitchen, tile work, cabinetry, gut it completely, put it all back together again. Okay? Anything that they want to do, anything they want to do, we can actually make it work. What's the benefit to you? It's an as-is contract. Don't have inspection contingencies. We don't care. It's an as-is contract because we're going to fix whatever's wrong. So it really doesn't make a difference.
So you don't have to have a home inspection?
You're going to have the home inspection because the buyer wants to know what's going to be wrong with it, but you don't have to negotiate that into the contract because whatever it is, we're going to fix it. So it really doesn't matter if you go into that house and you know that AC is 18 years old and is going to die, we'll put a new one in. So the buyers don't have to worry about it. Now, does it help you on your price? Probably. Probably helps you in your negotiation because the AC's got to be replaced. But you don't have to worry about, oh, is this thing going to pass inspection? Is it going to go through? It'll go through. They're all going to close because the buyer's going to make it what they want. Right? The financing terms on your contract, you're just going to state that it's a 2 or 3K loan. An FHA 2 or 3K. Now, in regards to the credit side, everything qualifying purposes for the borrower, it's the same thing as if they do a regular loan. There's no difference. So, regular loan, FHA loan, 3.5% down payment. The credit score requirements for us, it's a 580. Okay? Same type requirements that you would have if you do a standard loan. All of the rehab, all of the repairs are done after closing. So we close the loan, you get paid, buyer gets the house, and then they do the work. So there's no time lag in this contract. You don't need to put a 90-day closing on this. You can put a 30-day close. We can make it work. Okay? If you're doing a full K, if you know you're going to be doing structural improvements, you know you're going to be doing $70,000 worth of work, give me 45 days. Because I need to get that FHA contractor inspector to come up. Yeah, they're going to come from Orlando. Okay? Yes?
Does the work, if it's a flu loan, 203K, does it have to be done before closing or after?
No, everything is after closing.
Okay.
Yeah, everything's done after closing.
Do you have to get your bids before the loan?
Yes, yes, that's what I was going to get to next. Thank you. No, you're right. So the way it's going to work is this. You show them the house, they find the house, that's great. You know who you want to work with. You have two options. If you're doing a limited K, then, and you don't have more than 3 subcontractors, then you don't need a general contractor. The buyer could be the general contractor.
So examples of the subcontractors would be?
AC guy, electrical, plumbing. Okay? You're good. You don't need to have a general contractor come in. If you go 4 or more, then we have to have a GC. Okay, that's somebody that they can go after. But again, on the limited K, generally a 30-day window after closing, it's done. Because it's generally going to be fixed that quickly, right? The borrower, this is the one negative of the whole loan. The borrower cannot do any self-help. Okay? If they're an electrician, licensed, they cannot do the electrical work. Okay? Because if something goes wrong, we can't go after the borrower. Okay? So no matter what they do, they have to have an outside company that does the work. Okay? So there's the one negative with the loan. But then we can get around that. But yes, you go ahead.
What are the rates?
Rates right now are sitting around 1/4 to 1/2% higher than FHA standard. So you're probably looking right now about 4 3/4. You might see 5 depending on the credit score. Still not a bad rate. It is fixed, 30 years, standard stuff. Okay?
Can you pick any GC or does it have to be?
Any GC you want, we have to get them approved,
Have to go
but
through
most
the
of them will.
process.
Most of them will be approved.
Do you have a list or?
We don't have a list, but if they have a name, I tried to get that, but that list would be so extensive.
No, I'm saying if they don't know anybody, do you have people that you recommend?
So we are in the process of working on that. However, it's going to be a pretty extensive list for us. And the main reason is, obviously, just like you, we don't want to refer somebody and it goes wrong.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So we may get a book, we're working on putting a book together maybe with 10 GCs, 10 electrical guys, 10, here's our book. Pick somebody.
Right.
Okay? But no, we don't have anybody in particular. Yes, sir.
John, as an example, say that you have a buyer and find a house, the thing that they like, that needs work.
Mm-hmm.
And say it's $200,000 and that's what it would appraise for.
Okay.
Okay, but it needs $25,000 worth of the renovation.
Mm-hmm.
Is, you're gonna loan $225, but
Right.
everything's based on the $200,000 for the 3.5% down, or how, and it's all rolled into one payment, or what?
Correct. The way it works is that there are going to be 2 appraisals done by the same appraiser at the time of the original appraisal. So he's going to do, or she's going to do, a as-is value appraisal, and then they're going to have the bid of everything that we want to get done, and they're going to do an after completion appraisal. So we're going to have 2 numbers. The after completion value, I can loan up to 110% of that. So I can loan 10% more of that number. Okay? So if your as-is is 200, and your new is going to be 250, we can loan 275. Okay? So depending on where you fall, now your 3.5% will be of the final number.
Okay.
So it is a little bit higher down payment. Seller can pay closing costs. So you can have a buyer pay the down payment, negotiate the seller pay the closing cost.
Just like a regular FHA.
Okay? 6%. So I pay up to 6%. Okay? But there is an after approved value, and that's what we loan against.
Okay.
Okay? Just some more little pictures you can kind of see a little bit of what can be done. Yes, ma'am.
So say the purchase price is 200,
Mhm.
is that what you're gonna write on?
Yes, you're going to do your contract at what it is if they were buying it right now.
As is, okay.
Correct. Everything that happens with the 203K loan happens on our side.
Okay,
As the lender side, we handle that. Your contract is written just as if you're making an
You
offer
don't
right
have
now.
to Throw in the extra.
No, ma'am.
So they're making two separate payments then?
No, one payment, one loan.
Okay.
Yep, one standard loan, and it's all done.
The only thing is with the contracts, you just have to specify that it's not just an FHA, but the FHA 203K.
Right.
Because then that's gonna help protect the buyer for all the stuff that goes with the 203K.
So
Yes.
at closing,
Yes.
our contract's at 200.
Mhm.
Let's say you do $50,000 worth of
Mhm.
renovations. They close at 250
Mhm.
renovation loan. Our commission's based on the original contract.
That's correct.
Not what they.
That's
close
correct.
at.
Yours is based on the contract. That's correct. That's correct.
Because it's coming from the seller, so.
That's correct.
At that point, it's just
Yeah.
a regular transaction.
Exactly, and that's the whole purpose, right? So the whole idea behind the 203K, the way they created it was, it is just a standard transaction, and then we're just giving the money to the borrower to go ahead and do the fix up. Okay? Any other questions? Okay. So we talked about it being an as-is offer. Again, we there we go. Had a house that was gutted, so we went up fixing it. Okay, so you had a house that's in total disarray. We don't care. This number scared me. $25,000 is the average that a buyer will spend in the first year on their home. National. $25,000 in rehab when they move into it. As a lender, that scares me because I keep thinking about debt ratios. Right? I keep thinking about $25,000 and Lowe's and everything else in Home Depot. Well, let's put them in a fixed rate so let them put my credit cards. Let's put it in one shot. Let's get it to be what they want now. Know that it's wrapped up into an excellent 4.75% fixed rate loan, that their payment isn't going nuts on them, and they're not paying out interest at 18% to Home Depot. Right? That's the big idea behind it. This is the best one. This is absolutely the best one. Before? Yeah.
That's the other thing.
It's actually, they cheated. They knocked the house down and brought a modular in. But you can do that. But you can do that. By the way, want to replace a mobile home? I can do that. You buy something that's got an old double wide on it, or a single wide on it, we can take that off and put a brand new one on it. We can do that with 2 or 3K.
So does that take away the, like the 1976 single wide, double wide restriction, just any old
It
junk?
does. We don't care what it is. Because we're going to put a new one on it.
What it's going to be.
Can it be an apartment? Like,
No. That's the only issue.
Can't be like a.
Right, because
wheelchair
parks
or
are
something.
they're still considered personal property.
Gotcha.
That's where your problem is.
So as long as it's on land though,
If it's on a piece of land, we don't have an issue. We'll just replace it. Okay.
I
Yep.
saw one of the previous screens about financing. What if your buyer wants to go conventional rather than FHA?
Okay.
They need this.
So there is a product. Currently, Mortgage Financial does not have it. I am working on it. There is a product called the Home Style product. It is very similar to the 203K. It's a little more expensive. The down payment's a little larger. You have to, I believe they require at least 5%. There are a few caveats to it, and the rate will be higher. But also keep in mind, FHA just raised their loan limits, and I'm going to feel really dumb. Please tell me you guys know. 3, no, 3. 314?
No, it's not 314.
Okay.
303.
I feel stupid at this point, but they just raised their loan limits. We are in the low 300s at this point.
So
Okay.
at this point, it is all strictly FHA.
It is all strictly FHA,
Okay,
just
but there
FHA.
is another program out
There
there
is.
coming that would be
Yes.
combined.
And look, I'm a straightforward guy. It's existing now. I'm not saying another lender doesn't have it. We just don't have it yet. Our investors haven't picked it up yet. But it does exist. Yes.
Back to the mobile home.
Yes.
You said not in the park, but if you own the land in the park,
If it's like a PUD, like a subdivision, that's fine. That we're talking about, that's fine. But if it's a, yeah, if they own the land, correct. No rental.
So then Fox Run and Imperial Terrace would qualify.
Yes,
For those
yes.
that know those communities.
Correct. When I hear park, I hear rental,
Oh.
rental lease for the land and that kind of stuff. Yes.
is this just for owner occupants or this is the investor loan?
Owner occupied. Investors got kicked out of it about 20 years ago because they abused it. That's basically what happened. And they got beat for it. But we have a program for investors. So if you have an investor that looks like doing some of this stuff, I have something. Okay. So that's where we're at. Any other questions on that?
314, 827.
Oh, see, 314. I was close. 314. I'm supposed to know these things. 314. Okay. So it was a nice raise. Okay. So that's kind of our tagline. Just take a house that they like and turn it into a home that they're going to love. It's not going to matter. whatever it is. All you have to do now is sell them on the area. You like the land? You like where the house sits? Good. What do you want it to be? Okay? What do you want it to be? Are you doing open houses? You have any open houses they're nice, but they're not great? Let us know. We'll do a flyer for you, and I'll put it together to be a 203K of what they could do to that home, how much it would cost them roughly, and what their payment would be. We're working on putting together some boards. We would love to come sit in an open house with you on houses that need repair, or the houses that maybe they haven't updated since 1984. Okay? And we'll have a board there that'll say, you want this backsplash? It costs $1.12 a square foot. You want this flooring? It costs this. We're going to have it set up so we'll know. We'll sit there with you for a little bit. Somebody wants to come in and they really love the house, but they hate how it looks. Let's change it. We can change it to whatever you want it to be. The 203K will help the inventory problem. Okay? We know it's getting a little better, right? Market's getting a little more neutral. It's not quite here yet, but it's getting a little better. This will help the problem because you don't have to worry about inventory being low and the buyer can't find that house that they want. We're just going to make it whatever they want. All they got to do is make sure they have the area they want, the schools that they want. That's all you have to do. That's it.
So, maybe you said this and I
Please.
missed it. If your rate now, the highest you can go on a loan is 314, that's
Right.
what you're saying. So you can go above that with?
No, with FHA, they're going to cap us at the 314.
Okay,
So that's going to be your absolute high.
okay.
Mhm.
With the remodel.
With the remodel.
With the remodel.
Yes. Correct. Any other questions? Yes, ma'am.
Does it have to be a purchase right now, like if an existing homeowner that it sold the house to wanted to do this loan?
We can refinance.
You can refinance?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh.
We can do it as a refinance. Yep.
I
I didn't talk about refinancing if you guys want to sell them, but yes, we can do them as
Do you
refinance.
have,
I have a
do you have person?
I have a personal loan I want to talk about.
Yes.
You didn't see the sign that said no swimming pool installation.
I did see that actually.
You can't install a pool, but we can fix it. Okay? We can fix it. They used to cap it at $1,500. They stopped that now. So we can fix everything around it, but we can't install it. Okay? Any other questions? That was the real quick, short, condensed version of it.
That was perfect. That makes-
Yeah.
All
We
right.
don't expect y'all to remember anything. Call us.
Yeah, absolutely. If we can do anything else, just let us know, obviously. Give us a call if you have houses you want to talk about, if you have flyers that you need. Whatever we can do to help, we're here to help. The program itself is not a difficult program. It's a little paper intensive on our side. It gets a little crazy because of the time frames we try to keep, but that's our problem, not yours. We will make it work. Okay? Like I said, we've seen these happen all day long, and I'm telling you, this is a way to solve this inventory problem that we're having. And putting buyers in loans that really the rates are not bad. I mean, you're still under 5 at this point, right? So no reason not to do it. Thank you all for your time. We appreciate it. Thank you all.
Wow, so I don't know about y'all, that's a cool program. I almost can't think of a single buyer I worked with last year that wouldn't at least have considered that. Man, that was great. Thank you guys. I really appreciate it.
Y'all take care. Have a great day.